evening. Welcome to another edition of Prime Hour on My Media Prime. This evening we are going to be looking at COVID-19 from the African traditional medicine perspective with one of the most renowned traditional practitioners or holistic doctors that Cameroon can boast of, in the person of Dr. Furu. He has proven beyond reasonable doubt that he is a force to reckon with when it comes to modern African medicine. He has been following the trend as far as COVID-19 is concerned and has been making inputs, carrying out researches, and contributing to fighting this global pandemic that is making waves across the globe, Africa and Cameroon to be precise. We are going to be discussing with him what he perceives as COVID-19 is all about. We equally are going to be finding out from him whether he himself and other colleagues have been working in synergy to finding a lasting solution to what is plaguing Africa as we speak, and then also look at some of his works as far as fighting COVID-19 is concerned. Dr. Fru, all the way from Boya, is in the studio with us as earlier announced this morning on our social media platforms. We're glad to have you with us this evening, Doctor.
Thank you. Good evening, Mr. Kuhn.
How is Boya?
Well, Boya is so.
Mm-hmm.
In Bakwere language, say Boya is just loco.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I will say by the grace of God, in Boya, notwithstanding the crisis, the pandemic going on, something that started just like an epidemic in Wuhan, China, has crossed, has entered into different nations, has crossed into continents, has become a pandemic. Yes.
And today, Cameroon is also suffering from the heat of COVID-19. It started in Yaoundé, came to Douala, and then we heard in Bafoussam. Definitely it went to the southwest region. Today we are talking about the south region also. We are getting echoes that the Adamawa region has recorded its first case this today. We are going to be looking at all of this. Dr. Fru, have you people come together in your circle of modern medicine, traditional medicine practitioners? I'm talking about holistic doctors, to provide an alternative to what Western science has offered this far.
It's not really a matter of coming together individually.
Okay.
We have been carrying out research. I'm very happy the way you pronounce this pandemic, because at times I'm embarrassed when I hear, listen to health professionals calling it coronavirus instead of being specific. I have not heard even corona in your mouth before. It means that you are well informed about this virus, COVID-19, because people just call it coronavirus as if COVID-19 is the only coronavirus that exists. A common cold that we catch every day is caused by a coronavirus. And if we just say coronavirus, just like somebody gets up and you start calling HIV retrovirus, every day you have an attack of retrovirus, whereas there are so many retroviruses that are actually existing. So it's good we should be specific that COVID-19, that is a particular strain of virus.
Okay, Doctor, we are coming back to you. We are going to take a short break. When we come back, we continue with our discussions with Dr. Fru all the way from Boya. You're watching Prime Hour on My Media Prime, and our guest for the program today is Dr. Fru, the founder, CEO of Geneva, all the way from Boya to be part of this edition of the program to talk about what they, at their level, as holistic doctors, are thinking and doing to combat COVID-19. And Doctor, you were talking about what you people as modern traditional medicine practitioners, as well as holistic doctors, what you people were doing to see how you could help solve this pandemic that is threatening humanity today.
Yes, before the break, I was trying to appreciate the way you put it. You call it COVID-19, means you are well informed and updated. Yes, so I was trying to say at times I'm embarrassed when I go around seeing even medical practitioners who are experts, very learned. They keep calling coronavirus, 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 just because they don't understand the meaning of coronavirus. Okay. Coronavirus actually means viruses with a crown. Corona means crown. If people have already working, trying to stigmatize the word corona. I'm even planning that in future. If I have some children, I will even name some corona. Corona means crown. Crown is a corona comes from the Latin word crown. It means these viruses have crown round them, protein crown. So that is why they call it coronavirus. Viruses with a crown. And when we just say coronavirus, is not specific. We know that there are hundreds of types of coronaviruses. Some they attack humans, some attack birds, some attack animals, and so on. So it's good to be specific when we are talking of the latest outbreak, the epidemic that has become a pandemic, which is COVID-19, since it broke out in 2019, called COVID-19. So we have to be specific and call the particular strain this a very I'll call it dangerous strain of virus called COVID-19. Yeah. So we should not just be calling it coronavirus, because coronavirus, just like somebody comes up that retrovirus, call it HIV retrovirus, because it falls under the group of retroviruses. The backward viruses. So I'm happy the way you put it. Yeah, we have been doing a lot in working under the domain of traditional medicine or naturopathic medicine or holistic medicine or African traditional medicine or holistic African medicine to come up with our own solutions to help combat this monster in the name of coronavirus COVID-19 that is ravaging the society, most especially in Europe, America, and now it has spread its tentacles into Africa, and the way the thing is growing, following government statistics in Cameroon, is really alarming. So we have been working tirelessly, day and night, burning the midnight candle to come up with solutions that will help to combat this disease in the domain of traditional medicine.
Okay. Were you people at your level taken by surprise by the pandemic, like other Western researchers, or you waited until it started before you went to the lab? Because you say you guys have been researching, you have been working. Were you already envisaging the probability for something like this to happen, or you went to the lab only after it came?
Yeah, I would say we of the traditional field, even though I know there are so many people all over the world who have been working, they are holistic doctors, but I would like to concentrate on my own domain, and myself, my association, Geneva. We see the break out of HIV. I became so interested in studying virology. Virology is the study of viruses, the different types of viruses, how they manifest, their sources, and so on. We study and know how you can cut a protein molecule, a DNA or a RNA, you combine to form deadly viruses. What is a virus? A virus is a non-living chemical, produced that mimics or acts like a natural chemical, either RNA, protein, or DNA in the human body to cause certain havocs in the system. So viruses are non-living particles. Inside, they say they are innate. mean there are particles that don't have life. They start showing some sort of life when they enter a living tissue or a living system. That is when they get the nutrients and they become activated and they start showing some form of life. But if you go deeper, you discover that viruses generally don't have life. So I will not go into all that, but I would like to limit myself on corona, which is the song of today, what is causing a lot of problem today. Coronaviruses are viruses that are covered with with fat. And the best medicine to destroy coronavirus is heat. Once you apply heat, you melt the fat that covers them and protects them. Once you melt the fat, they decay. You don't kill viruses. You only destroy viruses. You melt them, cause them to decay. They are not living things that you have to kill them. So when I hear people say they will kill viruses, we have drugs that will kill viruses. No, we destroy them. You just send something that will melt the fat, then also distort the genetic material, create conditions that are not favorable for that chemical, because viruses are chemicals. Especially the viruses that we have today. They are not even organic chemicals. They are inorganic chemicals that have almost the same structure like organic chemicals in our body, but programmed. They act like invaders. They act in the opposite. When they enter your system, they undergo about three different fates. The first fate is that your immunity can be stronger than them, because when they enter your system, what do? They, like those that have whiskers, something like tentacles, they grip the cell, then burst a hole, send in the genetic material. If it's DNA, if the DNA enters the body cell, there are three phases that can occur. Those are things that we studied when we were doing biology in secondary school or in high school. The DNA can enter the cell, and when it enters the cell, there are three phases that the body can undergo. The cell can be stronger than the virus and eradicate the virus. They can have almost the same strength and they cooperate to work as partners. Or the foreign cell from the virus can be stronger than your cell. It hijacks the cellular activity and then turn it to its own mechanism to be fabricating more viruses. Then we say, with those that cooperate, somewhere along the line there can be mutation. Those mutations can lead to tumors, cancers, and so on. And that is how viruses operate. But this one, they don't have those whiskers that wrap the cell. They have, but those they are small this that attaches themselves to the cell. But we already know, like I have been so interested in virology, I've been doing a lot of study under that. We know the characteristics of coronaviruses. Coronaviruses cannot withstand heat. And if they withstand heat, there is not a coronavirus, there is something else. Because common cold that we suffer every day is a coronavirus that causes common cold. As opposed to a flu. Flu is not caused by that. Flu is caused by the RNA virus, which is influenza virus. Then there are so many that attack other things. But we already know. That is why with that knowledge, knowing their characteristics, how they operate, how they are able to live in the system, the environment they need to survive and replicate, we are able to come out with medicine that will combat them.
Doctor, through your research, can we understand what COVID-19 specifically is?
Yeah, following what we are being told, because we have not been able to go to the lab and see the structure to be ascertained. Following what we are being told, from when it originated in Wuhan, China, then spreading to other countries, then now in Africa, we are being told, we are given the characteristic of COVID-19, we are being told how it spreads, and the modalities to follow to make sure that we cut it down, cut the spread, or contain it. Yes, from that, we just work following that. But, as a holistic doctor, I know that it is not the presence of a germ that makes people sick. It is the inability of the system to contain the germ that makes people sick. That is why in a society, 100 people will have COVID-19. Maybe out of 100, 10 will fall sick. Out of the 10, maybe 5 will die. Why are the others not falling sick? Because they are able to contain it due to strong immunity. The strong immunity is thanks to their previous lifestyle. Because what you eat today determines how you will be tomorrow. How you will be able to withstand situations tomorrow. So people, there is this common proverb, or is it a parable, or what will I say, that I always
give. That when breeze or wind blows through the forest, it's not all branches of tree that will break and fall. The branches that break and fall are branches that were deficient of strength. Maybe maggots or certain things must have affected or poorly formed due to lack of nutrients and so on. Those are the first that break and fall. So when the convict breeze blows through communities, through nations, through continents, it is the people who are like those branches of tree that lack nutrients and energy that will easily be affected. They will easily collapse. Many will easily die. And that is why, following statistics, you see that it is mostly the old dying and mostly the men dying. Why? If you carry out statistics, you understand why mostly the old are from 50 years above are affected. Then why mostly within that age, why mostly the men are affected. Those are the people who have been undergoing a lot of stress, either physical stress, mental stress, emotional stress, or spiritual stress.
Okay.
Yes.
Now you are looking at it from a holistic
perspective. Yes.
Yeah, but modern traditional doctors, how do you carry out research to ascertain a fact or come up with solutions?
Thank you.
Do people have labs and...
Yeah, we have our own laboratory that is tangential to the orthodox or allopathic medical laboratories.
Okay.
Traditional medicine, there's nothing new under the sun. COVID-19 is not something new. Before Christ, millions of years pandemics have been happening. Epidemics have been happening. Millions of people have been dying. It's not something new. If you carry out research, you see these things have been happening. People are not even dying. Epidemics or pandemics that happen, people die in millions. The world was almost wiped out. In one country, millions of people die. We are still counting by hundreds, thousands. We haven't counted millions. There's nothing new under the sun. So traditional medicine is medicine that dwells with knowledge or knowledge handed down within time immemorial. It is knowledge handed down from ancestors. It means that it is knowledge that has been tested and proven within time immemorial. So since we already know what are viruses, or notwithstanding all that, we don't even need to know whether some is called viral or what. We don't know that human beings are sick because they are deficient. Animals in the wild, who kills them? They house coronaviruses in their hundreds. They house all types of viruses, parasites, bacteria. They eat food without washing, excreta, mosquito bite them, snake bite them. Are they dying? Do they need doctors? No, because they live following their instincts, following what they have been programmed by the creator of life to follow. So they have power, because life is all about power. When you have energy and power, you can drink water even from sewage, from gutters, from toilets. You will step under poisons or poison and so on. Nothing will harm you. But when you are deficient, the little bacteria enter your body, your blood, your fluids, which the creator make them to be germicides. Germicide means they were even to be used as sterilizer, sanitizers. You were supposed to use the human blood to sanitize an environment, kill virus and so on. But if your blood that was supposed to be a sterilizer, a sanitizer, become food for things that was supposed to kill, become their food, then you ask yourself, what went wrong? Lifestyle. So in traditional medicine, we don't incriminate bacteria, viruses, parasites, fungi, and so on. The protozoans, we don't incriminate them, because we know that in life, every entity sought for its favorable environment to live, multiply, proliferate, and spread. And if bacteria or germ or viruses or parasites or protozoan or whatsoever entity or what religious people call evil spirit, they live in your system, they grow and control you, means you are the problem. You went astray. You have diverted. There's a divergence in your genetical line. You have diverged from what the Creator created you to depend on, to have dominion over all these things, and that is why they now have dominion over you. And that is why we advocate for natural life. I know many people will ask, doctor, you say we should go back to nature. Every food is plenty of fertilizer. The environment is full of carbon monoxide. Everywhere toxic, and so on.
Let's stay in focus. Somebody writing from Boya, Esther writing from Boya says, good evening to you all. I wish to ask Dr. Fru to give a deeper meaning of COVID-19. I don't know whether you have a detailed meaning of COVID-19. This one from Yaoundé says, good evening, Wisdom, writing from Yaoundé says, good evening, Dr. Fru. Please, what should be done to destroy this COVID-19 by the use of do you have a solution to that?
We have come up with medications for that, which in the course of program, I will expose them. But I don't think everybody will have money to buy my medication. I'm a holistic doctor who wants to see people free. People must not necessarily come and buy my medicine to get away. That is why on social media, on my Facebook page, on my profile, I've published weeks ago, or maybe more than a month ago, solutions to combat COVID-19, that even the poor man, the poor mother who does not even have money to even buy soap to wash dressing can combat COVID-19. So we already work on that. The other person from Boya is asking me, maybe the person is just trying to test my knowledge on COVID-19. No, when we are educating the people who come not to learn the one but to test you. I've already explained what I say. COVID-19.
Maybe the message came before your explanation.
Okay, maybe so.
Maybe yes. But now you have said a lot of things, and you even say on your social media handle, you educate people, the poorest of our communities, to be able to overcome and fight COVID-19. But all of this, have you engaged authorities in the southwest region where you reside? Have you engaged the authorities of this country to also see the need to look beyond conventional medicine, and then also come to associate you guys to see how to combat this?
Yes, we have engaged on individual basis because I started operating since 1995. Everybody knows that in 1996, when there was this pandemic, or it was an epidemic, it was a pandemic called Camno-Go, the fungi infection that could not respond to any medicine. I was the one who came up with the medicine that was even stocked at the Delegation of Public Health, and people were going there and getting it in 1996 to cure Camno-Go, this common fungal infection. And since then, I've tried to work the authorities, but the mentality is always not really convenient for me to work with them, because many have been brainwashed. Many are working under a system that is being remote controlled from abroad. They cannot really work with us, and once they work with us, maybe they can lose their jobs. Some are being threatened. So most of them work with us privately. That is why then many hospitals stopped my drugs in 1996, 97. They were using it privately, and since then we have been struggling to. So we have authorities that we are working with independently, and many of them are already dealing with the products. Even presently, just the latest medicine that I came on COVID-19, people who suspected, I don't say what they were proving, who had the signs and symptoms and they felt that they had it, they took my medicine, and just within 2 or 3 days, those symptoms, everything disappeared and they were fine. So following the relationship with people, we are working independently, and there are things that I cannot really expose here because of the situation in which we find ourselves, the policy of the country, and so on, concerning relationship between traditional health practitioners and orthodox or allopathic health practitioners. But I know I've come through documents that former ministers of health, they have signed ordering orthodox health practitioners to cooperate with traditional health practitioners. I've held a lot of press conferences which I try to expose releases from World Health Organization instructing member states to make sure that they cooperate with traditional health practitioners to carry out research, and then instructing the heads of states, the governments of African countries which are signatories under the World Organization, to make sure that traditional medicine is promoted and integrated into the national health system. But you know, the authorities, there are so many people in the government, I will not say the government, there are so many elements in the government who have bad faith. So they are the ones retarding the progress of our government. Maybe there are people in the government, or the government has very good for the authority, some authorities, but these bad seats inside the government, they are retarding the vision of World Health Organization. The African Union, from 2001 to 2010 was declared by AU, African Union, to be the decade of African traditional medicine. Then 2011 to 2020 was declared by AU, African Heads of States, to be the second decade of African traditional medicine. Then when you follow World Health Organization releases, that the WHO releases, they are mounting pressure on African Heads of States to make sure that traditional medicine is promoted, importance should be given to it, and integrated. But it is not moving because there are agents abroad that are using people within our government
not to empower you people.
Yes.
Okay. I went through your page, your social media handle. I will quote some of your writings for you to explain, because you say you're educating people through that. You say, if we do not use our innate living abilities to do something to terminate COVID-19, then the innate COVID-19 will use our dormant abilities for its abilities to terminate us.
Yeah, that was a coded information for people to decode. If we do not use our living inner abilities to attack COVID-19, the innate, means the non-living COVID-19, we enter our system, then use those abilities to destroy us. How does viruses operate? I think I earlier explained that. When they enter the system, they are innate. Innate means they don't have life. They are non-living. They are particles. They are just chemicals. When they enter your system,
that's when they gain life.
They gain life. They hijack, get the nutrients from you, that are inner living abilities. Use those energy that you are not using to attack them because of your mindset or lack of knowledge. They will use it now to destroy you, to get life and power to destroy you. Just like if you have a brain and you refuse to use it, smart people will use that brain for you to work and make them grow. They exploit it for their own growth and prosperity. But if you use it, it will be difficult for smart people to use it for their own benefit. That is how viruses also operate. When they enter your system, if you don't use your inner dormant abilities, you make them to be, you activate the dormant abilities to use all these abilities to chase out this virus. This innate particle will enter, then become now living, use those abilities to destroy you.
Okay, let me take this one. This one says, good evening, Doctor. I'm called Shaibu Shefu from Kamal Shops, Boya. My question is, among your teas, Doctor, which of them can help to treat the COVID-19, and how are we going to get it? My second question is, if you have the cure for COVID-19, will the government agree for you to give out the medicine? Thank you. Shuaibu, watching from Kamal Shops, greetings to you, and extend our greetings to the Imam of Boya.
Yes, he is asking of our teas.
Yes.
Yeah, we know we already have teas. The product we have, we don't call them teas. When they are tea, we spare their teas.
Okay.
Yes, I believe when I listen to President Trump, he said chloroquine is good for COVID-19. I listen to so many other scientific releases. When I read them, they say chloroquine. What is chloroquine?
Though that is also disputed by some other...
Disputed by other group of scientists. Let's assume that the president of America should be right somehow to a certain degree.
And some doctors in France.
Some doctors too, they are also right. Yes. If chloroquine works against COVID-19, where does chloroquine come from? Chloroquine is a counterfeit of our yellow candlestick that when you go to the villages, people put in what they call a fofo, illicit gin, or the local gin. That yellow candle they use for malaria. That is where chloroquine was discovered. That way it's extracted. But now even though you have the synthetic chloroquine, which is no longer the natural chloroquine. So the counterfeit and the natural from God, which one is more effective? So people go, one of the composition of bitter tea is that yellow kanda, even though it has more than 60-something plants in it. When the composition is bitter kanda, but it has a whole lot of plants that have been brought together to form that tea. So if he's asking of tea, I will recommend bitter tea, because everywhere you go, everywhere in Cameroon, the testimony of bitter tea. People sat on chair, could not walk, they got up walk. People lie on bed, they just took just a first dose and got up and started running. They come to my office, they give testimony, even dance in my office giving testimony. Suppose you take bitter tea if he wants tea. But if you come to medicine, maybe in the course of program following your permit,
yeah,
I will talk about that.
But he asked whether there was a cure. I'm sure
we have the cure. I've already analyzed.
Yeah, but
because some people ask, where have you tested it?
Yeah, because that's the question I was going to ask you.
Yes, there is nothing I've brought out and announced that it works and it doesn't work since I started bringing out medicines since 1995. All medicine that I brought out work. They have much of this weak COVID-19, even though it's killing people.
Okay, Dr. Evening, just a contribution. Mr. Leonard was asking about COVID-19. It simply means coronavirus disease 2019. Dr. Fobela, writing from Melong. I'm sure Doctor also explained that already. Good evening to you guys in the studio. What can we do to prevent ourselves from COVID-19? Bela Man is writing from Kumbo in the Northwest region. Doctor is taking note. He's going to provide answers. This one says, please, can you tell me one medicine of COVID-19 by Mabel is writing from Moyuka. This one says, good evening, Mr. Kum. Thank you for inviting Dr. Fru. He has explained many things that I did not know, especially on coronavirus. Ewuba Felix writing from Yaoundé. This one says, according to what I hear, people say COVID-19 does not have any cure. Please, Dr. Fru, what can you say about this? Wisdom is writing from Yaoundé.
Yeah, the first question, the first message, I did not really get it.
The first one says, Doc, good evening, just contribution was, no, this one was corroborating what you said already. This one says, what can we do to prevent COVID-19?
Wow, that is good. Our government is already doing a lot.
Okay.
I want people to follow all the information sent out by the health systems in the country. They will all contribute, even though some are limited. But I want that they should respect all the hygiene and sanitation methods the government and the health authorities they are sending out, instructing people to follow. They follow all what both the orthodox and holistic doctors are sending out to educate people on how to combat COVID-19. And in addition to that, I don't always like to talk about medicine, because we only need medicine when we fail laws. That is why I always like to educate. They should always make sure they put on warm clothing after following all the laws the health authorities are passing on. Coronaviruses have a common characteristics. I earlier said common cold is caused by a coronavirus. Why is the name called cold? Because it is a disease of cold weather. COVID-19 carry those characteristics, even though it's more deadly because it's made up of different strains of genes attached, and it causes it to be more deadly, and that is why even scientists are struggling to get the medicines. They find it difficult, but the highest medicine is our immune system. So people should make sure they expose themselves to heat. I earlier said this coronavirus is covered by a fat, by a lipid stuff. Once you apply heat that is above 26 degrees Celsius upward, it melts the fat. That is why the virus cannot withstand heat, and that is why Chinese are not getting well because of vaccines or drugs. They just discovered that the medicine is heat, even though they will not tell the world. If you go to China, they are not even taking drugs, not even taking so many things. It's heat. That is why the disease hardly survives in tropical Africa.
Okay.
Yes.
Good evening.
Heat.
Good evening to you, Doctor, in the studio. It's Gasala from Douala. God bless you, Doctor, with a lot of knowledge. I praise you, Doctor, always pouring out a lot of knowledge. Thank you. This one reads where you can intervene to clarify them. Do please.
Yes.
Good to you in the studio. I'm Prince Salif, writing from Yaoundé. Please, Doctor, do you have any place in Yaoundé long life Cameroon, short life coronavirus. I'm sure doctor has.
Yeah, we have.
Just call me at the end of the program. I'll surely give you doctor's number. NX Carl from Mwa. He says, good evening to you in the studio and congratulations, doctor. I appreciate your efforts. NX Carry from Mwa subdivision. Good evening to you, Ernest. This one says, how can a virus created from a lab COVID-19 be cured with a natural medication? Daji from Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. Yes.
We don't know whether it's created from a lab. There are some theories that it came from the lab. There are some theories that came from bats. Some theories that came from here. No matter wherever it comes from, we don't care. In holistic medicine, we don't even care to know the name of a virus, the name of a bacteria, the name of whatsoever. We are more concerned of making it on the health of the person. We don't incriminate germ and so on. We only accuse the system that is unable to contain foreign bodies. Germ, bacteria, whatsoever are called foreign bodies. Once a foreign body enters your system, you were created to have that capacity to withstand all, to overcome all. If and only if we lived in consonance with the principles and laws of nature. Once we breach the laws of nature, we become weak, vulnerable, and become easily attacked by these things and controlled. Okay. Yes.
Okay. Doctor, you are talking a lot about what COVID-19 is and what it is not. A lot of information being appreciated by televiewers out there. At your personal level and as an institution, I'm talking about Geneva, you are in the lab researching, but do you also go the extra mile to carry out this sensitization like you are doing out here with the local people of Boya, the southwest and the northwest regions?
Yeah, everybody who knows Dr. Fruit knows that I'm always on air. The radio, the televisions, and so on. I'm always sensitizing on radio, TV, social media, and so on. That time I send people out door to door, sensitizing the public. So it's just a part of me.
Yeah, but with COVID-19, what is that message you are telling them? To respect hygienic conditions?
The hygiene, I've already said they should respect all the instructions given by the health authorities, the health bodies, on how to practice good hygiene and sanitation methods to be able to contain this COVID-19. Then they should follow in abstract. They should follow the extra information we are giving on how to eradicate this virus without necessarily consuming. Once you follow the instructions on your permission, in the program we give
Mr. Leo together with all the traditional doctors from the from Yaoundé, lots of there. Yeah. Have to share. Understand? You have the how do you did you come up with deliver
yeah, these we have educated people on how people how they can produce and so on. But we came up with that is why we put on the read and follow person to come out with a solid
instructions. What are unique?
Hand sanitizer is if you you carry out the to penetrate. If you apply anything, it destroys you gradually, but you don't know. Tomorrow you start finding cancers, weak immune system, and so on. You don't know the things you have been applying your body, even rubbing oil. Even you ask question, what do you apply your body? Oil. It. Apply only what is edible on your body, on your hair, because oil. One, if you carry standard below 70, we on there are plant extracts there. Consumer, there's food grade. We follow is a World Organization website on so there are so many. If you,
while you are opening at it supervise
I'm a train. It means I can teach. I did my doctorate in India.
Was that the day?
Yes. So I'm not just a traditional doctor. I'm a researcher to produce. These our hands open it, protected, even carton, nail. If you make it very, very some studies. That people are just moving. You just see some thick things around, but when you put them, this will produce this height. The
okay, doctor, and away from this, out. Do you request for a
I mean, more diagnosis to include our clinical science and when we suspect them, send the patient. Our probability. There's no 100% sure. So we increase by the probability that because we produce every. We have more than 200 different brands. But our method apart from the hand sanitizer. We give medicine to work by on your health. Then your energy. thing, be it plant, nobody to heal his life. Even more, the principle of the laws of God. If the God say, if you get on the money, you go and buy pasta, palm oil, you don't eat. You say they are Jews. You die in the engine. Put the creator of has prescribed what we have. And we are putting the worst.
Sold in the world market. About COVID, I will always appreciate wonderful program. Fifth is Bamenda. You all and TV first. Doctor to talk about. I want to advise all that any advice here all in Africa in particular, because all sicknesses from Canada. Good to you, faithful viewer. Always right, Doctor. Carefully. Says you cannot send a recorded.
Ferdinand, there's so many Ferdinands. I don't.
He says you are his brother, and the tradition. But the middle heated by tropical Africa. Rate just set for COVID sanitize you, inform the public who ask just the idea is already from doing to cure pimples on the face, and if yes, how can I get one after the program? I will give you Dr. What chap Bamenda just call after the evening, Doctor. You are a man of God and the church. Right. I want to ask Doctor, as it has a in the traditional lab, okay? You certainly have some of the worries, viewers.
The Lord asking of us in what traditional method. What the government say, the one person asked about a rat before I see sick. I say when breeze, how weak depending on the nutrient in that soil that to have strong. That is deficient of so many. I will not even say win. Stronger motion. Heavy wind will not fall. Wind blows through so many trees of what they are make up of. Is the cold dogs on? Is it the people live on from nature? You put into bring two green will grow, the other one will grow which leaf, bring manure and throw under it. What do you put there? People in family life, scientists will always say genetic, not true. You are them sick. They trained to be eating those type of food, and they gave them. What is common is what is why different will not break down, but some even down. That COVID-19 who has it with that.
Take some listen from those. This one says, good evening. You are right to go back to medicine and immune system to doctor. This Boris says is okay. Prince Boris says eating food we eat today, how to have a lot of water every day. I think can cure. Okay.
Cure itself of it's an indirect treatment.
Okay,
because when we produce our medicine, we count within a short while. Proven that since we don't have the laboratory, they have to take the specimen to Yaoundé and have the symptoms. 2 or 3 days, they disappear.
who have that.
Yes.
What?
20.
COVID, yes.
Yes. It's not only just COVID-19, 20 of the all be it viral or intestinal infection. Corona. You'll be